Good morning. So if you're already on, you're probably watching this on the replay on the old Tubies that's Ubies. Welcome in. I do have the chat up momentarily. It will end up getting buried just because I am doing computer stuff, and that's where you guys are located right now. So if I miss anything, feel free to ask. I'll try to get to it at the end. If you like shenanigans and weird stuff, then I'm definitely a person to subscribe to. So let's get this going. Who do we have? Oh, who got in here first? Burkhart Collie, you made it in. You're the very first one. Ding, ding, ding. You're a winner. We don't know what you won, but you won something amazing. You won shenanigans. Vicky is here. Bailey, I'm so happy to see you. And Dawn, good morning, Letty. And Nora, I'm very, very excited to see you. Tammy Medford is in here this morning. Hello. Sweet Briar. Hey, Sarah, good to see you again. Hola. Hi, Tammy. Nora, good to see you. Morning. Vicky's got the fire. Oh my gosh, you guys, I had the best morning this morning. So I wake up every morning to Christmas time is here is my alarm. I am not kidding. It's all year long. It never goes to anything else. And it's always Christmas time is here. Like the Peanuts Snoopy song. Every morning, that's what I wake up to for my alarm. And so I woke up as usual. I'm going through my phone, looking at offers, seeing what I sold, doing my normal stuff. And then I pop over to TikTok, and the first thing I see is this dude playing the piano live, and he's playing that song. Like, it was so great. Like, he did a whole bunch of like Peanuts songs from like The Great Pumpkin and the Charlie Brown Christmas, like all of that. You guys have to follow him. It was so good. It was legit like the best way I've ever woken up. This is him. I'm going to turn it down so I don't do it. This is him right here. This dude. You guys find him. Don't find him right now because we're shipping. And he's about to get off. But he does this every morning from 9 to 10:30 Central Standard Time. His name is, oh gosh, what is it again? Oh no, I can't tell. Oh no, what is his name? I can't remember. I'll have to figure it out. If anybody knows his name, let me know because it was so good. I did follow him. Let me see if I can go. Brett Klein, BrettCline. He has no idea who I am, but I am shouting this dude out. It was so good. It was all of these amazing tunes, and he's so good. And he has this epic beard, and his voice is like smooth butter. Like, my husband came walking into the kitchen. He's like, "What are you listening to?" I was like, "The greatest thing that's ever happened." Like, it was so much better than the DOOM scroll. Like, it was so good. Anyways, I know that has nothing to do with shipping, but it was just such an awesome way to wake up this morning. Jennifer, hello. Hey, Jen. Letty says, are you using Auto Posture? If so, I have a question. So I am only using Auto Posture to send out offers. All of my cross-listing is done through Vendu. And Vendu actually just announced that they're going to be doing sending offers out. So I'll probably end up getting rid of Auto Posture just because I'm a Vendu girl. Nothing against Auto Posture. They're awesome. I just have always done Vendu, and it works really well for me. They also have a new feature where you're going to be able to bulk delist and relist your entire closet all in one shot, which is like amazing. So, but Letty, if you've got an Auto Posture question, please ask in here because we do have people in here that are definitely Auto Posh users, and hopefully they can get that answered for you. Can I ask what hair color you got? Mine won't be vibrant. It's a line called Pulp Riot, PULPRIOT is what I use, and I've used for years and years and years. Of course, you have to pre-lighten it, but Jennifer, I'm so happy to see you. Thrifty Mama, let's get this party started. All right, I have no idea how many we sold because I don't pull the listings that Justin does, but we got a huge cart full. So we obviously sold some stuff. So this is going to be everything that sold. Let's see, what are we on Wednesday? So Monday night and then yesterday. And then I think we sold something this morning or I sold something late last night and didn't notice it. So this is everything basically in like 30-ish hours of sales. So we're going to be going through eBay. We're going to be going through Depop, Poshmark, Mercari. I don't think I've got anything on WN, and I don't think I have anything on Grail today. So, all right, let's do this. Now, I always start with eBay. So for those of you that are doing this and wanting to cross list and you're worried about things selling on multiple platforms, it can happen. That's why I use delisting software. Like I said, I do Vendoo, Vendoo, and it delists off other areas. However, Poshmark. So Poshmark, you cannot delist and delete a listing when there's currently an offer out on it. So if I have an offer on that item out on Poshmark, it can't be delisted and I have to go in and manually delist it. So every once in a great while, something will slip through the cracks and I'll accidentally sell it on a platform and sell it on Poshmark. It just happened to us on Monday with those brassieres. So we canceled the Poshmark order because you know what, Poshmark, until you figure it out and understand that people want to be able to cancel stuff when there's an offer out on something, please and thank you. Stop doing that. Poshmark, if you're listening, you're obviously not listening. But if you're listening, please stop that. It's a naughty puppy thing and it drives me insane. So I always start with eBay because eBay is going to ding you the most if you have to cancel anything. What is up, Vanessa? What do we think? I love them in the daylight. At night, they're even better. I am so happy about these. I told you guys I ordered up some little decoration-y things for the spooky season. I got my like Jack Skellington bow tie tuxedo shirt on today because it is October and it is a great month. This is the month of not only our son's birthday, but also Justin's birthday because Justin is a Halloween baby. So my husband was born on Halloween. I love that because I love Halloween. So it's like an awesome reason to celebrate. So we definitely like to decorate. We've got a whole bunch of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff that's going out in the front of the house. And I can't wait. They sing, they dance, they do all these things. So, all right. Anyways, this is a total side note. Auto Posher took away that Poshmark double sell anxiety for me. Yes. So does Auto Posher, how is Auto Posher able to delete that if there's an offer out on it, Jennifer? I'm curious on that. Oh, Salvy's here. I know they are cute, right? And they weren't that expensive. They're cute. They're awesome. Hello. We are almost birthday buddies. I'm the 30th. All right, Jennifer. You're going to be 21 as well? He's not really going to be 21. Just kidding. Oh, we got Jessica and we got Jennifer in here. She has it written in her coding to do the back end work to remove it. Oh, that is awesome. That's a great feature. I hope Vendoo figures that out because it drives me bananas for sure. Gabrielle, Jocelyn, good to see you. All right, starting out with eBay. What do we got here? Let's see. Justin always puts these together, so it's always an adventure for me to figure out what we got. Okay, so the first thing we've got is a pair of 2018 Old Navy pants. These were a dead stock item, meaning that this exact one is no longer in production because it's from 2018. So they're not making new ones of these. And it still has the tags on it. So if anyone's wondering how to label this kind of stuff, it's called dead stock, DEADSTOCK. And that, like I said, but it has to be new. It can't be like, oh, this t-shirt, they don't make it anymore. And it's like a used t-shirt. It's got to be a new t-shirt in order for that to qualify. That is even a category on Depop. So on Depop, it allows you to kind of categorize your stuff like pre-loved, vintage. There's a whole bunch of different ones in there, but dead stock is one of the things. And people do search for that. People are looking for, retro or designs that are a little bit older than even now and that are no longer in production. So these are going out. I got these for $2 at a garage sale. Really super cool garage sale. We actually just listed these. That's why I remember this. Although I do remember a lot of where I get stuff. I don't know where my phone usually is unless it's on my lanyard. I lose my glasses 14 times a day. I lose the string that goes on my glasses that's supposed to keep you from losing your glasses. But I can tell you when I got a random thing at a garage sale and what, Rebecca Smith said in 4th grade to me about pencil erasers. Like, I don't know. It's the way my brain works. So these I got. So I pull up to this garage sale. It's a community garage sale. And there's these 3 ladies out front and they've been drinking vino all morning. They even had like a vino cooler there that they were trying to sell, probably because all the vino was gone. But they were having a great time. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning and they're out there like, yeah, $2 sounds good. She she originally had like $5 on them. She's like, oh, for you, $2. So it was a great sale. I had a ton of fun with them. You know, my thing is I'm a turn and burner. So I roll in a garage sale and I roll out a garage sale, and I want to get in and out in under 3 minutes. But those ladies, I probably spent like 5 minutes with them just joshing and joking around because I had such a good time. Okay, so we are in eBay. Now, I ship everything through Pirate Ship if it's over a pound. For me, where I live in the country, I am in Texas. And whenever I ship something out that's over a pound from eBay, it always costs me more money. I got a little dog hair on me. Yeah, it happens. I do all of my shipping for Depop. I do in Pirate Ship, all my eBay over a pound. For me, for some reason, it's just less expensive. Now, it may not be for you. So this is not for everyone, but for me, it definitely is. So I do it that way. I do flat rate shipping, and that way I can pad my shipping a little bit and cover my costs. Okay, so these are going to Rodney in Ohio. So we are going to pop these in a bag here. I order up 4 different sizes of these, and I'll show them to you right now because I have gotten this question a couple times on the live, and so I looked it up. All right, so these are the first ones I use. These are a 12 by 9, and they are great for like t-shirts. Then the next size up I use is a 15 by 12, and these are great for like pants, small sweaters, etc. The third size that I use is going to be more for like jackets and coats. And this is a 19 by 14.5. And then the fourth size I use is like kind of the super jumbo size. I don't use it that often. Here, let me grab one. I don't use these that often, but it's for like blankets, comforters, big plush. And that's the 24s by 24s. So those are the 4 different sizes that I use. Again, 12 by 9, 15 by 12, 19 by 14.5, and 24 by 24. And I get all of my bags through the Smile store that starts with an A. If you want to see the brand I'm using, all you got to do is pop over to our wall and just look at the old link dinketer up there. It'll take you over to reseller supplies to get you started. And these are the ones I like the best. So I have bought multiple different brands of poly bags. I like these ones because they do not, look at this. I'm literally pulling, you can tell by the weight or my fingernails, like they do not break. So I had other ones where I'd wrap it, I get to the post office to drop them off, and the sticker, like the label sticker, was already pulling at the bag, and I don't want my stuff to get lost in the mail. So these are the ones I like. They are not the least expensive, but they're certainly not even close to the most expensive. All right, so we are going to ship out. Now, I always ship out a little thank you card. It says thank you for being awesome on the front. On the back, it just says enjoy. If you have any questions, please give me a follow. Please rate me. These help me to get rated so that I have a higher rating. The higher rating you have, the better you're going to be able to sell goodies, because people are like, oh, they're a trusted seller. So Mike is here. What is up? Southern in the house. Yo, Herbing and Neha Auto Posher. Izzy and Chatter on the show next week. Oh, that's great. She has it written. Yeah, that's awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I definitely have absolutely nothing against Auto Posher. I started with Vendu. I started with it. I like it. It's what I use. I'm comfortable with it. It's how my brain works. So I like it. Does that mean I'll be with them forever? I don't know. Most likely, because I'm not switching everything over. But yeah. Oh, Sweet Briar, it keeps kicking you out. I don't know what's going on with that. That's weird. Hello, Botox Beauty. Oh, yes, Mike got his shirt. He says it's freaking awesome. Yeah, Mike saw us get it. So I do photographing clothing and stuff for you guys to see and help you and all that stuff. I had gotten an affliction, like a Y2K affliction shirt, this sick shirt. And he saw it during the live and he was like, I have to have that. So I'm so glad you got it. It is it not like super insanely soft too? It's such a cool shirt. It's such a cool shirt. I hope you like your sticker too. Flippin' Nurse is here. Would you ever sell something locally like on Marketplace? Fox, I have. I used to put stuff on Facebook Marketplace all the time, but I feel like the amount of effort it took for me to put stuff up there, I just ended up with a lot of like, is this still available? Getting ghosted, had a couple of kind of creepy, weird things that I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. Now, if I've got a bigger piece of furniture or I'm trying to get rid of a lot of something, I'm going to put it up there. But otherwise, it's not really my jam, but that's just me. We are making my background now. Oh, awesome. Botox. Yeah, Botox followed our video that we've got on the old Tubi that's Ubi, so the old link Dinketer on the BOI, or BIO. And if you can follow that. And so she is building one of these for herself. So you got this. It's not difficult, and it's the greatest setup I've ever used. Yeah, Mike says it's insanely awesome. I'm so happy you like that shirt. I knew you would. Like you just aren't going to find another one of those like that. Okay, what do we got here? So like I said, this is going to Rodney. Now it's important on Pirate Ship to always check, and double check the addresses. Pirate Ship will sometimes auto put stuff in. I've had that happen before and lost packages. So I always check now and take the 2 seconds to do that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to measure. Now I don't really need to do this, but I'm going to show you guys. You're just going to measure the length and you're going to measure the width, and it's 11 by 9. This is the best little measuring tapes I got. These are at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. It was $1.25. I bought like 5 or 6 of them. They're all over my house because I'm going to lose them rapidly at any moment. And then we're going to pop this on the scale here, and we're going to see what we got. Let me tear that because it already started at a different weight. All right, what do we have? Looks like we got 1 pound, 8 ounces on there, which is that right? I'm going to tear that again. One more time. Yeah, there we go. I was like, it's so funny. You hold packages enough in your hand. When you go to weigh something, you're like, that's not right. It's 110. I was like, that feels 2 ounces off. If you would have told me 2 months ago that I'd be able to lift up a pair of jeans and decipher between 2 ounces, I would have told you no way. But the consistency of listing enough and shipping enough, man, don't we all just get better at things when we're just consistent with it? Okay, so this is going to go, let's see, it'll probably either go UPS SurePost or it'll go USPS. Thrifties in the house. We had to do 4 pieces of styrofoam. Oh, that works. Hey, y'all, I'm happy to see you. What do you do on Depop when I shipped an item out? However, for some reason, it hasn't been scanned. That's a tough one. You just got to wait for it to get delivered. You got to stay in contact with the customer. And I would just stay in contact with them and see if they get it. And then be like, hey, I looked at my tracking number. It looks a little funky. Don't tell them exactly what's going on because you don't want to get SCAMMED. But I would just say, the tracking number has been a little funky. Let me know when you get it so I can make sure that I mark it as shipped and leave you a good review, right? Give them add a little value to them and just kind of follow it along by staying in contact with your customer. If they don't get it and it wasn't scanned, Southern, that unfortunately, as far as I know, is that's a potential refund on your end, which is unfortunate. On Depop, they're not going to ding you for it; it'll just clear. But on eBay, of course, they're going to put it as non-uploaded tracking, and you'll get like a 99.4 or something for the month. Yeah, exactly. And Jennifer's right. I have had packages that didn't get scanned at the beginning, but if they had to go through multiple locations, they have gotten scanned before. I had that happen with a Mr. Potato Head. My son needs to weigh something. He said it was probably around 2 pounds. I said under a pound. It was 11 ounces. Yeah, green. See, I'm telling you guys, you lift enough stuff and it just happens. Shauna Lynn, hello. It's on Depop, a pair of the rocks. Oh, no. Southern. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, I would just say reach out to your buyer. Like I said, don't say anything like, oh, it's not uploading and I don't know what to do. Just be like, hey, I want to follow your package along. Just stay in contact with them. Just let me know when you get it. I'm excited. I want to make sure I can leave you some feedback. Make it look like you're looking out for them. And then we're going to hope it gets there. We're going to hope somehow it gets scanned last minute as delivered, because that can happen too. If the postal person, when they go to scan it and they drop it off at the front door, when they scan it, it can show scanned. Now, what is nice about Depop is if your item is out, you don't put the tracking number in, or the tracking number doesn't show, I believe, and don't quote me on this, Southern, but I believe it's 10 days. If in 10 days it doesn't show, you'll automatically get a payout if they don't put in for the package not arriving. Now, I believe that that's the case. I'm not positive, but I think that's what it is. Linko in BIO for helping him. Oh, okay. Yeah. Is that for Chris at Peak? Yeah, I shared that out to dude. Looking at those videos is insane. Like, I can't believe what has happened. I had no idea it was that bad. Do you make your own stickers? No, Botox. I get them through the Smile store. If you don't talk about starts with A, if you go to the old link digger in my BioE, you will see them, and they are my favorite ones. I have bought a lot of different brands. These are the ones that actually peel off. A lot of those back there, I think most of those actually are from that. Yes, what Thrifty said. Hers, not mine. Hey, Elaine, good to see you. Okay, so these are going UPS Ground Saver. We're going to go ahead and buy this label and get this sucker package and get going. We need to get some bags here. Hey, baby, I might need some bags. Do we have those inside? Oh, I've got a couple here. I might be okay. Yeah, these stickers, Botox, like I said, these ones are the ones I like because they'll actually come, like, the backs will come off of them. I'll show you what happens when you order like the lesser expensive ones. Here's like an example of one. Let me grab some. I think I still have some in this little area back here. Just for anyone that's interested in getting stickers, this is what happens when you buy the not as good ones. So for instance, this is like a not as good one. They're really flat, and the backs, when you try to take the backs off of them, like I literally can't even get that. And I have a fingernail right now. Yeah. So you know that your person's just tossing them. Like, and that doesn't look good for your business if you're sending them, stickers on the backs don't peel off. Whereas these just come right off. So, and they have that shine to them so people can put them on their water bottles or whatnot. Or WN. I don't know what they're doing with them, but as long as it works, I just know I'm going to get a better review than if I send them over stuff that isn't working. So hopefully that helps you out. From love with you. All right, let's print this sucker out and get this party going here. Let's see. I am highly distractible today, but I did have the best morning ever. Like I said, guys, find that dude on TikTok. His name is Brett Klein, Brett Klein. And like I said, he does like piano music in the morning, which I mean, I didn't even think that I'm not much of like just a straight up piano listening fan. But it was so soothing, and his voice is soothing. He's got this cool beard. He's got like a candle flicking, some artwork on the walls. Like, everyone was super nice in the chat. It was just such an awesome way to wake up. Like, no joke, it was probably the best waking up like I've had in so long, because we just get so used to opening our phones and we just see like, what do they say? Garbage in, garbage out. And so you see a lot of just stuff that you don't need to be seeing. And it's just not a good way to wake up in the morning. But seeing, I will literally, this is not a joke. I'm going to open my phone and just type his name every morning and go listen to it. It's just, this guy has no idea who I am. I'm not receiving anything for plugging him. He just literally, it was so stinking good. I can't even express how good it was. All right. My husband, he's like, are you still talking about it? I'm like, dude, the beard was epic. You should be dangerously worried. I am in love with the bearded man that plays tunes. No, I'm in love with you, honey. I am. It's true. I love you, baby. Okay, next thing we've got here is another eBay item. And this we actually sold on Monday together. You guys remember I sold a t-shirt on our live while we were shipping, but they hadn't paid for it yet. I did message him and say, hey, I've got a hat that I think that would go really well with this. If you're interested. He did not get back to me. I'm going to look one more time just to make sure that he didn't, but just in case, does not look like it. So let's look. This is going to Daryl. Nope, Daryl was not interested. He didn't say anything back. He may not even have seen the message. But you know what? Hey, that was a great suggestion. Who was it that was on here that was like, you should message him and see if he's interested in getting that hat you were talking about? I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. But unfortunately, he didn't. But that's okay. That's all right. You know what? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Oh, he is jelly. I know. That's so funny. He absolutely is not, but we're joking. I hope you know. I'm sure you do. I will get, can I keep pinning that comment? Yeah, absolutely, Thrifty. Please do. Of course. Anything I can do to help. Are you kidding me? Dude, their community, it's really cool too, because he's helping raise a little bit of moolah for his neighbors. Like, do you guys see his neighbors' houses? Like, the floors are completely gone. Like, their homes are like, they're GONE. It's so insane. Did some online arbitrage on some docks. Yeah, baby. Got one here with tri-security tag. Woo, they're coming for you. Betty, what is up? Sean is like, yeah, I know he's joking. Okay, so this is a good example of a shirt. So this has like that kind of silky feel to it. Whenever I have a shirt that has any sort of silkiness to it, or it's wool, or anything that would really cling on to like anything that was on a sticker, I put the sticker on the outside. So this is a super cute one. It says, home is where you park it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bag that my item's in. I'm just going to fold this over. And I am going to put this in a bag like this. That way the sticker is still there. I don't have to worry about it being inside. I don't do that for everything, but for a lot of stuff where I'm like, man, if that even gets remotely moisture in there, it's going to stick to it. You know, you just kind of go with your gut. Whether or not it would, I don't know, but I'd rather be, you know, safey than sorry. So this is going to be under £1, so we're going to go ahead and ship this straight in eBay here. And this is going to be 6 ounces. And we have got a 8 by 8 by really 1. So he paid, let's see, he paid $5.40 for shipping, Daryl in Michigan. And the shipping is $4.47. So we made $1 on that, which covers what I paid for that shirt, which was $1. I believe I paid $1 for it. Now, if this is the shirt that I got, because I remember I had gotten a Golden State Warriors dead stock t-shirt from Goodwill, but I want to say that that was more of a t-shirt material. I can't remember. If that's the case, and it's something I sourced very early on, and it probably cost me more like $5.99 or something. But if it's the one I think I got from the garage sale, it was $1. Needless to say, I took an offer for $8 on this sucker because it has been in my store forever, literally. So I was just happy. Sometimes on that kind of stuff, you just want to like get it out of the store, make room in my inventory for something that's going to make me more moolah. All right, Daryl, let's get that printed out. Good afternoon, Fetty. I am happy to see you. Should I attempt, oh, I lost you. Should I attempt to remove it and have the U.S.? Yes, absolutely, Southern. Immediately. If you were Nikki on the show Heroes, you could take your finger and just freeze it and it would crumble off. Yep, she's a little nerdy, guys. I'll be adding gift cards for later for Gus. Oh, that is a really good idea, Thrifty, for sure. Yeah, yo hustle, what is good? Sunshine says, I found out my leather fleece jacket is exactly £5, still worth selling on Poshmark. Sunny, if it's £5 exactly, by the time you package it and put it in stuff, it's going to be over £5. If you want to pre-package it, you know, get your photos, get everything, pre-package it exactly how you would send it, and then weigh it. If it's still under £5 at that point, then yes, you can list it on Poshmark. If it's over £5, I wouldn't, because you're going to get hit with a $6 charge. Heroes is my favorite. No one ever knows about it. So Jen, I have a whole theory. You guys want to know my hero theory? First of all, I did hear that they're rebooting it. And it's supposed to have some of the original characters in it, or original actors, I should say. I don't know who it's going to be, but so that's exciting. But Justin and I were talking about this, and he's really into like superhero movies. He's really into like, he's a super Marvel guy. He like knows everything about it, like kind of a little bit on the nerdy side, which I love. And we were going over the year that Heroes came out. And it's really interesting because that show came out right before you see like the resurgence of like all the Marvel movies and all the DC movies, because that was like back in like, '06 or something like that. So you see that at the beginning. And I think, in our opinion, Heroes kind of paved the way for people that were just more like normies to get into kind of like that nerdy kind of superhero world, kind of dip their toes in, because they dipped them a little bit in Heroes. Then when the actual movies came out, Iron Man and all that kind of stuff, it's like they were already kind of in it. So we kind of think Heroes kind of paved the way for a lot of these superhero movies, because superhero movies and all this didn't used to be big. In the early 2000s, guys, it was not. So kind of that like, late Y2K-ish era, that's when it first really got going. That's our theory. We're sticking to it. I love your little Halloween lights. Do you like them? They're so cute. I got them at the Smile store. I was trying to find some in the TT, and there was a couple things in there, but nothing I really was like, oh, you guys know I'm a little picky. So I went over to the Smile store. I saw those and I was like, oh, yeah, those are an immediate. So if Southern's in here, these are my new gadgets. Is my lights. And they look cool during the daytime. They look really cool at night. And I think they were like, I don't know, 25 or something like that. If you guys want to see them, I did actually, because I knew someone was going to ask me about them. I did put them in our Smile store. It's under like holiday decor or something like that in there. And you can find them if you're interested in getting them. And you can do batteries if you want. We just plugged them into like a little USB thing. But I 1000 believe it would have done better if it aired now. Yeah, I agree too, Jen. And it still holds up. Like, I'm watching it right now and it still totally holds up. Thank you, Golden. Southern says, I was just about to say that. Yeah, that's the new gadget. Well, you guys know I have to have like a new gadget or something. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's everything on eBay. eBay today was not, or yesterday was not super hopping, but that's okay. eBay usually isn't my biggest selling platform. I mean, it is and isn't. It kind of goes back and forth. Of course, now that I say that, there'll be a million orders today. It's like, just when I think that I know like the rhyme and reason for something, it's not real. All right, let's see. It looks like we got an offer on the old Depop real quick here. Let me tend to that, because we don't want to snooze on an offer, right, folks? Let's see. What do we got? This is real-time offering. Okay, it looks like a pair of shoes. I've got them up for $24.65. They want to do $15.80. I will usually do 20% off. So, or right in there. So 20% off of 24 would be $4.80. $4.80 would bring those to more like $18. I'm going to go ahead and counter this at $18. And that is still going to give them a good deal, but it kind of helps us to meet a little bit closer to the middle. So I'm going to send that offer. And then what I'm going to do after I send that offer is I'm going to message. And I just have like a copy paste thing in my keyboard shortcuts. And my keyboard shortcuts, I just type in meet me. When I type in meet me, then it puts in my little message and it says, if you are willing to meet me a little closer to the asking, since it's already on sale this week, then I am in. Sound fair? Question mark. And so I send that. They don't always see that, but I send it, and it does help, I think, to close the deal, because people on Depop really like to have that conversation. Because again, we've talked about it before. Depop is a social media platform that just happens to sell things on there. So we always want to have as many conversations as we can. Now, if he comes back at me with like $16.50 or $17, I'll probably take it. But I'm not going to do a 35% off. That just would not be advantageous for me to do that. Okay, so let's go over to sold here, and let's get these items shipped. What do we got? How many do we have? Oh, we got a couple. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here on the old Poppy that's D. Okay, first thing we've got, and this sucker sold fast. We are moving into jacket season. This is our was it an American Eagle? I'm trying to remember what this was. I have listed so much stinking stuff lately. I'm having a hard time remembering everything. Yes. So this was an American Eagle navy coat, really nice button up. It was modern. I did check the label. I was thinking it was going to be like kind of a Y2K-ish thing. But when I looked at the label, it's definitely more of a modern. If this had been like more of a like a Y2K American Eagle, probably could have gotten a few dollars more for it. There was a bunch of these for sale. Now, that being said, I did pick this up for $1 at a garage sale. So anything is profit. Our buyer went ahead and got it for $21.90. They paid $8.90 for shipping. So our total was $29.33. I got to pay for shipping out of that. Let's take a look here and see what we are going to get. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go right on over to our pirate ship. And we're going to see what we see over there. If you guys are asking any questions, I'll get to it in just a second. Let me take a look here. So this is going to Greta. That's fun. In Rhode Island, which will be cold. So that she's going to need this jacket. This is also a really small. I think if it had been a large, I probably could have asked $5 more for it. But it definitely was a smaller small. So we are going to go padded envelope. And then we're just going to put this right in a poly bag. Now, what I like to do with these kind of things is I kind of pre-wrap them, and you'll see what I mean right here. So what I did is I put it in a little bit of saran wrap, which I just get these from the Smile store. You can get it wherever you want, but they usually have it in like bulk over there. And I just go like this. It goes wrap, wrap, twist, wrap, wrap. So one more time, we wrap it, we twist it, and we wrap it, and we wrap it. And then I just stick a skew on the back of it and then put it in my inventory. That way, this is already good to go. I don't have to like refold and take it out and all that kind of stuff. So this is a perfect sticker for this. Tell me this is not perfect. Cute little like geometric penguin for our super warm wool blend, not a full wool blend jacket. So paid $1 and it's definitely going to net us probably 15 times profit, maybe 16 after everything is said and done. All right, let's take a look and see what we got. Yes, and once again, everyone, if you head over to Thrifties, there's a link in her bio to help with the Helene victims, which I would definitely suggest doing. I mean, when I saw, I'm telling you, when I saw those videos, because I hadn't seen it. I know you guys said to look last night. I got busy and I didn't take a look, but I looked this morning and I was just like, oh, okay, that's a situation. Holy smokes. Someone on Depop tried to tell me to change my shipping on a pair of jeans. Nope. Nice try. Thanks so much for your information. Thanks for trying to run my business for me. Do you want the jeans or not? Mike says your videos are so informative. Awesome. Hey, Mike, I'm here to help. That's what I'm here for. Why do you feel like you would be a phenomenal kids teacher? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I did teach hair school, and I did a lot of mentorships for hairdressers over the time. And I did have a team of 10,000 people that I helped teach at one point. I'm an adults person. I love kids. I think they're cool. But what happens when I'm around little kids is I just kind of turn into a little kid myself. And I'm like down on the floor playing and nothing's ever going to get done because we're just going to like hang out together and probably build Legos or something. So maybe that'd be a good teacher. But it also, I have a thing with crying children. Oh my gosh. All right. Spill the beans, Southern. You always do it to me. Crying babies and stuff, because I have kind of a spicy brain. Anything that has like a repetitive or loud or sharp noise, I can hear right now. There is a squeaking up here somewhere in my ceiling, and it's like no one else in the world can hear it. My dogs can't even hear it, but I can hear it. Buzzing in halogen light bulbs or fluorescent bulbs, like all those noises. Like we have a thing in our house. No clicking, no clapping, no chipping, no chapping, no tippy, no tappy, which means you can't chew your fingernails, tap your thing, tap your foot, or any of those noises around me, because I'll literally just be like my brain just like short circuits. So when it comes to like crying, this is what happens to me when kids start crying. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. My brain's like shorts. My son, this is no joke. When he was little, if we taught him, like I taught him, that we don't do like the freak outs. So if I remember we were at the grocery store, I'm either going to get hearts for this or an unfollow. We were in the grocery store. He must have been like, I don't know, maybe like 2.5 in the cart, just tantrum, like full on crazed tantrum. He's grabbing things off the shelf. He's freaking out because I won't get him like, I don't know, Pop Pockets or who even knows what it was. And I literally just looked at him and I was like, okay, so here's the situation. I don't do this. Whatever you're doing right now isn't going to get you what you want. So I'm going to go over here. And when you're done, you just let me know and I'll come back. And he's like, and he stops. He looks at me and I literally walked down the aisle. I'm still in the same aisle as him. I'm maybe like 15 feet away. And I'm standing there and he just kind of looked at me. and stared at me. And I just kind of stared at him. And we just kind of had this moment together. And then he just kind of stopped. And I walked back up and I was like, you good? And he was like, and that was it. We didn't do freakouts at my house. There was no freaking out. There was no jumping off of things. There was no crazed situations. And he's a very like super level-headed, analytical person now. I don't know if I did that to him or that's just who he is. When you guys meet him eventually, like on here, we'll come on here one day together. You're going to be like, okay, they are very alike, but way different. He is like, he brings civility to the situation. I do not. I am just a little spicy and wild, but that was us. That was totally us. So when it comes to like the little kids and the screezies and all of the stuff, I can't do it. So otherwise I would think about it. Now, my mom, on the other hand, we always said that she had a stamp on her forehead that said, hey, little kid, come talk to me, because she was the person, she'd walk outside and butterflies and birds would come sit on her. She'd go somewhere and all the little kids would flock around her. She was the church leader. She was the church van driver. She was the Girl Scout leader. She was Royal Rangers leader. Like, she literally was that person for little kids. So I take that as a huge compliment because I love my mom. And even though she's not on this mortal plane with us anymore, I do believe that she's watching over me and she's hearing this conversation right now. And right now she's raising her hand and saying, no, y'all, I am the little kid person. Charity is like the gung-ho, go fight the lady at Taco Bell when she gives tacos that don't look like they're supposed to be and she's pregnant and hungry. If you remember that story, that's a throwback. He better mind by riding in that buggy. Yeah, I was just like, I ain't doing that. Whatever this is not how it's going to be in my house. It's Santa in the ceiling. I do that. It could be. My Chihuahua barks, just sends me through the roof. Yeah, dainty. We're like that too. That's why if you've ever noticed I pick Jack up, he's got a little thing on that beeps. So if he barks, it beeps at him and like annoys him. So he'll stop because that barking drives me insane. I can hear a TV that's on mute from another room. Jen, so can my husband. If he can hear a TV on through like a wall. It's incredible. Let's see. You left him with the doggone raid and you went to get the coffee. Yep, less attention to it works. Let me know when you're done, kid. Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing this. Mrs. Charity's mama sounds absolutely, girl, Southern, you're going to get me in my feels this morning. You're going to get me in my feels. I'm going to look away from the screen for a second here. Nope. You're not going to do it. Woo, yeah. Ooh, miss that lady. Okay. Good gravy. That has never happened to me on a live before. Okay. So we are at 2 pounds, 4 ounces. We are at 12 length, 11 width. And let's see what we've got for our rates. Woo, Southern. If anyone was going to do it to me, it was going to be you. I knew it was going to happen one of these days. Woo, moving right along. Okay. UPS Ground Saver. Let's do this and see. All right. Thanks for the love, you guys. I love you guys too. Seriously. Like, y'all are my besties. I talk to you guys more than I do my best friend at this point. She's like, because my best friend is not an online person. I think she went on FB like maybe like 3 years ago or something. But she is not like an online girl at all. And she's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I go on TikTok and I do these lives and I show when I'm shipping. And she's like, wait, you go on what? She's like, you're doing what? She's like, what? Well, what do they do? Do they talk to you? I'm like, well, yeah, but they talk to me through text on the screen. She's like, oh, all right. Well, she's like, well, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be you because you love chatting. I'm like, that is true. Although her and I, when you get together, man, there's no room for any words in between us. Like no one else in the room is going to get in a word edgewise because we're so silly. Okay, we are going to mark this as shipped. And then let's take a look. So we paid, what did we pay for that label? We paid $8.22 and she paid, what did she pay? Do we remember what she paid? I think it was like $9.80 or something like that. Let's take a look. She paid, yes. Yeah. So we wanted after all is said and done, we made $18.40 in pure profit on that. So not bad for a $1 flip at a garage sale. Let's see. I'll give you the biggest Southern hug you could ever think of. I would love that, Southern. Are you able to get your Poshmark postage labels to print from a thermal printer? I am, Katie. Mine are PDF and they don't work. Boy, I wish I could help you with that. Let me ask Justin the question real quick and see if even off the top of his head, because he's really smart about this. Hey, honey, question. Question. Katie had a question that I can't answer. And because you're so smart and handsome and wonderful, I knew you would know the answer. Are you able? Are you able to get your Poshmark's postage labels to print from a thermal printer? Mine are PDF and they don't work.
Say that again, one more time.
Are you able to get your Poshmark's postage labels to print from a thermal printer? Mine are PDF and they don't work. He's thinking. So this is Justin when he thinks it's something. We call it the Holden stare, and he just looks at you and doesn't blink, and it's all processing. When we first met and first got together, I'd ask him a question, and he would look at me and just stare at me, and I'm like, I got something on my face. Like I was so like, I don't understand what's happening. It took me probably 2 months of hanging out with him to realize that he's literally inside of his brain going. Whereas mine already knows the answer before I can even like get it out of my mouth. Did you boop boop? Did you have the computer time?
I was just envisioning my head as like the old, like, what was that movie with Benedict Cumberbatch, like the first computer, you know?
What?
Like, like
what was that movie?
To decode like British, like German.
No, it wasn't Tinker Tailor. That's all Gary Oldman. Oh, what is it? What is that movie with Cumberbum Depper?
That's the one. That's the guy.
What is his name?
You Google that name, it'll pop right up.
Cumberbum Depper Benedict.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Whoa, I would change my name. That's too much.
Just thinking like a cucumber sandwich.
Benedict's cucumber sandwich. No, I already yelled at me. Oh no, what did you do? All right.
Benedict's cucumber sandwich.
Vanessa says you have to adjust your printer settings.
The answer is that's what you do. You're printing your Poshmark labels on a thermal printer. Yes.
Yes, I'm doing it. I know I'm doing it. The question is, how does she do it?
Great question.
That's a great question. Thanks for answering that. We have no idea.
First question, I guess, would be what kind of thermal printer?
Yeah, what kind of thermal printer? We need more. Katie spilled beans. We need more information. Justin needs to have all information laid on the table. Here's the problem, though, Katie.
No. I'm going to give you the easy answer here. First, what kind of thermal printer?
What kind of thermal printer do you have?
Google, how do I
And then you Google
onto my thermal printer.
How do I print onto X thermal printer? Yeah. I also print all my labels, not from my email. I print them straight out of Poshmark live. Okay, that took way to a 4x6 label. Yeah, it says Vanessa. Vanessa's on it. Vanessa knows. Vanessa's in it. That was definitely Coneheads. Oh, Southern, do you know about? No, I've never told this story. Okay, no, I haven't told this story. All right, I got a Conehead story for you, actually. Oh, you guys can hear him? Okay. Jennifer's like, you're repeating him. We can hear him. Jennifer always comes in with the quibs. Jennifer, your new name is the quib. I like that. She's always got a quib to say. It makes me very happy. Okay, we're going to go back to shipping because we get highly distracted, and that's what happens in our life. Justin now is going to go research thermal printers for 11 days. Oh my goodness. Oh, Katie says LP2844. I don't even know what that means. Honey, LP2844. Oh, a zebra. Oh, she's got a zebra. Yeah, I almost got one of those. All right. This is a perfect example of why in pirate ship you always got to check the addresses, because like this tried to change the state. So if you use pirate ship, just always look. Okay. What were these? I didn't even look at what we were shipping. White pants. Where are you, white pants? That must be these ones here. Okay, so these are really cool ones. These were a modern corduroy Levi's. This goes back to, remember how I was telling you guys that a lot of companies are trying to recreate the retro 90s look because they realize that so many people are buying vintage clothing now that they're trying to keep up with that. So you see like silver tabs, you see Levi's doing this a lot with their silver tabs and with other stuff. This is a total throwback. You could look at these pants and think these were from like the 80s or 90s with the mom jean aesthetic, the high rise. It's got the old leather looking patch, but they're not. These are like a 2020. So always make sure that before you say vintage on something or retro on something, that you're checking that. Like, look at these. They even have the big E. They're not big E because they're vintagey. They're big E because they're trying to do like a retro throwback of them. So, take that with a grain of salt. I don't blame Levi's for doing that. It's just, it can be misleading to people that are purchasing them secondhand. Okay, we're going to put that over into our pirate ship. This is going to Sarah in Alabama. And the answer on that, Katie, is probably we don't know. But what I would do is I would look up, just type that in and ask. You can also, I have gotten help from Poshmark with weird stuff before too. See if you can message them. They may be able to have, they may have an intercom copy paste message that they just put in for people, because you can't be the only one that's having that issue, right? Okay, we're going to put these in a bag and we are going to continue the ship. Hey, honey, can you grab me something to drink? I'm getting a thirsty mouth here. All right, putting this in here. Gosh, did I miss anything else, guys? Did I miss anything else? Yeah, Katie, I wish I had a better. Sold a pair of modern silver tab women overalls for $150. That is fire. I haven't even seen a pair of modern silver tab women's overalls. That had to be like a rare bird. Where did you find those? That is like a super score. Was that like a retail arbitrage situation, or was that like an out in the wild situation? Okay, we're going to change this over to envelope or poly bag and get her weighed. She is 1 pound 4 ounce, and her length is going to be 11 by 9. And let's see what we got for our thing. Southern Burlington. Oh, like Burlington Coat Factory. They're more than great coats. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about like Burlington, Vermont? Because I can't imagine you were shopping in Burlington, Vermont. That would be quite the drive for you to source. Easy, I did there. It's funny. $6.82 is what we're paying on Ground Saver. They paid $8.50 for these, so we are making $2. I paid $3. Nope, not true. I got 2 pairs for $5. I paid $2.50 for these at a garage sale. The girl wanted $5 for the white pair, $5 for the caramel pair. I said, how about $5 for both of them? And I'll also get these Timberland shoes for $20, which we're going to be listing Monday when I do shoes. That was a lot of days. Oh, tomorrow's garage sale day. Sometimes I have to get it out. Oh, tomorrow's not garage sale day. I was thinking today was Friday. This is what happens when you work from home. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday, which means 2 days till garage sale day. Oh boy. Folks, I never said it would be easy. I just said it would be a little weird. Putting that out. I wish our garage sales weren't ending. Oh, Marie, is it that time of year for you guys? Yeah, fortunately, we're down in Texas, so it doesn't really happen here, which has been nice. Southern Burlington Coat Factory, we're more than great coats. That's an amazing flip. Katie, did you check? Oh, we're all helping Katie. Guys, keep helping Katie. We need to get Katie's printer fixed out here. Friday is not good garage sale day here. No, there really isn't many here on Fridays. I've only seen like 1 or 2. I don't know if it's like a work thing or Saturday's the day, man. Not really many on Sundays here. I do have 2 community garage sales this weekend. And I'm going to look because one of them could be on Friday. And if that's the case, then I'm definitely going to go Friday. I made that mistake a couple weekends ago when I went to that. I went to 120 or something in a weekend, and it had started on Friday. So I wish I would have been there for that day, because that would have been awesome. Awesome possum. Okay, we're going to mark these as shipped. And we did well on these, $36. So not shabby at all. Not bad for $2.50. Can't beat that. All right. Ooh, we're almost halfway to our live goal. I just love how TT reminds me, like, have you reached it? Have you gotten to it yet? I'm like, we're trying, TT. We're trying. All right, putting these in. These are going UPS SurePost for sure. Okay, yeah, For sure, for sure. She's a valley girl. Okay. What do we got next? What do we got? What's in the box? All right. Next thing here is something that totally 150,000% reminds me of my grandpa from the 90s. This is 1000% what that man wore, along with a pair of relaxed Levi's medium wash, probably like a 34, 36. He used to wear those leather slip-on boots that have like the expandable sides, kind of like a Chelsea boot, but like for a guy, work boot. He always wore a trucker hat that was like kind of sideways off. But if he dressed up a little bit, this would have been his dress up shirt. Like this was like going somewhere fancy, taking my granddaughter, my only granddaughter, that was me. I had 11 boy cousins, and I had no girl cousins. True story. No girl cousins on my mom's side, all boys. And so he would take me out for unlimited fish and chips. I didn't really grow up with my dad being super present, and so he was kind of like my dad. So we'd go out and like he went to like the daughter father things and stuff with me. This was his dress up shirt. His name was Art, but we called him when I was little, we called him Grandpa, because he's always be like, "Oh, what are these kids up to around here? It's messing up my freezer," as like a joke. But then my son, when he came along, he couldn't say it. All he could say was Peepaw. So my grandpa then became Peepaw in our family, and he will always be Peepaw. He's not with us anymore. He is, but he isn't. You know what I mean? And so when I saw this at a sale, I had to get it. It unfortunately had a pretty large stain on the arm. And it didn't look like something I was going to be able to get out. It looked like maybe this person had been like working on their car or something. So of course I disclosed that. Otherwise, I think I could have gotten a little bit more for it. A cool shirt like this, I probably could have gotten closer to like $30 over on Depop had it been in good condition. But we're talking literally elbow to arm stain. And then I think there was another one on this side. So it was kind of like, really can't get that much. So we wound up selling him for $10. I got it for like 50 cents, I think. So it was fine. I was happy to have it go on and live its life somewhere. Like I said, that extra $20 would have been nice, but that's that sometimes you got to look at those stains and you just got to let it go. I can either take the time to try to get the stain out and all that, or I can either throw it out, which I've done with plenty of things, or I can just try to sell it if I still think I can get a little monetary value for it and just be like, hey, there's a wicked stain on here, but this is cool. You're not going to find this anywhere else. And that's usually how it'll sell. It's just nice to get that stuff out of the inventory. And I spent 50 cents on it. So, I mean, we made $10 plus shipping. So no skin off the nose on that one. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in here. Man, a lot of family member talk this morning. It's probably like all that Halloween stuff has really gotten me like thinking about that. My husband's Peapod. No way, nurse. Oh, that's so crazy. Did he pick that or did one of the grandkids pick that? I am curious. Yeah, Pacific Northwest Fall is set in. Marie, my son lives up in like the Kenmore area, and he does this too. And he said the same thing. The last couple weekends have just been rainy and cold, and just the sales are kind of ending up there for sure. Yeah, Katie, I hope you're able to get that fixed too. Let's take a look here. Yes. Okay. All right. Blunty Bricks, thank you for the follow. Mari, welcome in. Good to see you. One of the grandkids started saying it and it stuck. That's kind of how it goes, doesn't it? That is definitely how it goes. Yeah. And if you guys are looking for garage sales, where I find mine is Craigslist, number one. Number two, you can look on Nextdoor. I've never had a whole lot of luck there, but you can. There's an app that Arizona had actually brought to my attention I had forgotten about, and it's called Yard Sale. It's literally just called Yard Sale. Let me show you what it looks like here. So it's this blue one right here. It's just called Yard Sale. Now, it doesn't seem to have a lot in my area, but it may in yours. So take a look there. And then, of course, Facebook Marketplace and Facebook groups. I would say those are it. Now, I probably only find 50%. This is going to Joe's U in Virginia. I probably only find maybe 50% of the ones I see and go for the day. That's rad. Check out that one. About 50% of them are just ones I get online. The other 50% are what I call tangents. So those are the ones when you're driving down the road to another sale and you see a sign that says garage sale this way, and then you go on those. So I would say, because I try to hit usually like around 40 every Saturday, I would say 20 of them are kind of like planned, although last weekend was like hardly any planned, and the rest of them were tangents. And the great thing about tangents is people haven't advertised those ahead of time, so no one knows what's at them and not very many people are seeing them. So I usually get my best stuff at tangent sales. Those are my favies to go to. Okay, so our length on this is going to be 11 by 9, and I believe we're over a pound on this for sure. Yeah, so we got 1.5 on this, and then let's take a look and see what we've got for our fee. What is Craigslist? Is that for senior citizens? Felix, don't be a naughty puppy. Felix, Mr. I have a vintage name. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Yes, it's for all of us senior citizens. I am a little old blue-haired lady for sure. Oh, I'm going to be rocking bright hair for the rest of the days, baby. Rest of the days. I use Craigslist for random yard sales and the more country. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Felix. Hey, Sarah. I hope you're not getting kicked out consistently now. I check the group and then screenshot the ones I want to keep track. That is a great idea. I do that. I also save the post, and in your saves on FB, you're able to put it in an album. So I have an album that just says garage sales, and then I put them in there, and then they stay in chronological order just in case. But the screenshotting is super important as well, because I don't get reception here as much as where I used to live. And so the screenshots have saved me a couple times for sure. Okay, yeah. Oh man, that's stuck in my head today. I got Valley Girl stuck in my head today, guys. Uh-oh. Man, if you have any sort of spicy in a row kind of situation and you get a song stuck in there, it goes on. I will go to sleep at night and I will be hearing that song because that is what happens in my life. Fortunately and unfortunately, it's always an adventure. It's just sometimes a very noisy adventure up there. Okay, so we've got UPS on that, paste that, send that out. And we actually made a couple dollars on shipping. No, $1. We made $1 on shipping on that. So the $1 paid for the original investment, which is 50 cents. Depop doesn't have a bunch of fees. So we made a total of $9 in profit on that. Not a crazy profit, but you know what? It reminded me of my peepaw. And $9 is $9. That $9 I can take and turn it into so many more bucks other places. Okay. What do we have? What is our next item? This is a really cool one. And I actually expected this to sell a little bit faster than it did. I thought it was going to sell over on Grailed, and it didn't. It sold over on Depop. I held out though. I held out the price on this sucker because I knew that it was going to be something kind of special. There wasn't a whole lot of these online. So this is a 90s Nike Swish nylon pullover. They just don't make these anymore. It's got like obviously the double pockets. Really, really cool one. Red Nike stuff sells the least. And I know that sounds weird. Red shoes sell the least. Red hoodies sell the least. And I'm talking about in like the men's Nike stuff. For some reason, that color just is always, I always have a harder time with it. Had this been like blue or like a bright color or, you know, gray or white, I think it would have sold even faster. I was thinking I was going to get closer to like $40 for it. I wound up taking an offer for 30. So I made like $10 less than what I thought I was going to make, but I paid $1 for it. So whatever. I mean, it's all good. And this is going to Jamila in Illinois. So let's get this in a bag here and get a sticker. just one of those items I thought for sure was going to sell way faster than it did. And like I said, I thought it was going to sell over on Grailed because that's normally where I sell my Nike stuff. I think it's the red that it had an issue with. I want to know if anybody else in here has ever noticed that. So anyone that sells shoes, especially like Nikes or anything like that, it is a nice pullover. But for some reason, anything with that red coloring just has I have a tougher time selling it. I'll get two pairs. Like I have a pair of Nike Hurricanes right now, and I can't believe they haven't sold. And then I'm like, oh yeah, they haven't sold because they're red. If they were the same shoe in gray, they would have sold in 3 days. So I think it's just something about that color is just not super hot right now. Yeah, time to hit the auctions, baby. Yeah, run it. What's your question? So TT finally fixed the rotating live on iPad issue, but now it won't let me do lives. That's weird, Sarah. I'm not sure. It could have something to do with your account. If you go in, just look up, how do I check my account standing on TT? Take a look and see if, and then follow what it says for the directions and see if you've got something in there. Can I use the USPS boxes for priority mail to ship my stuff and use the eBay shipping labels? Okay, let me think this out. Can I use USPS boxes for priority mail to ship my stuff and use eBay shipping labels? If it's priority mail, yes. If it's not priority mail, then no. Like you can't take one of these envelope. Let's just say, what do we got? One of these boxes. These boxes can only be sent priority mail. So if you're sending it priority mail, you can. If you're sending it ground advantage, you cannot. So, and that goes for every single platform that's out there. Your box will get denied. Yeah, Flory, men, I agree. Men don't pick right. And it looks like this was a woman that bought this. So maybe she's buying it for herself or buying it for a friend or something like that. So I think you're totally right on that. I can send likes on iPhone. Oh, that's so weird. I don't know, Sarah. I'm not sure. I'm not much of a techie person when it comes to that kind of stuff, so I'm not sure on that one. Okay, thank you for explaining. You're so welcome. All right. Yes, and Southern, your presence lights up any room that you're in. Thank you for being such a positive force. Southern, thank you for being a friend. Traveling down the road and back again. She can't sing, but she does it anyways. Okay, we are going to mark this as shipped over on the old Depop and put in our tracking number. That went, did that go UPS? Did we already print this out? We didn't print this out. We got printed out, folks. What are we even doing? Oh, reprint label. Yes, what did I do with it? Where did I put it? What is this? Oh, did we not do it? I didn't even put the address in yet. I'm like, what's going on? Copying address, paying attention to what you're doing, Charity, going over to ship. I'm like, that's not even the right person. That's not even her. That's crazy. All right, there's the right person. Okay, so Jamila in Illinois, and we are putting in, what is our length? 11 by 6, and our weight is going to be, drum roll please, ooh, under a pound. You know she gets excited when she sees it's under a pound because she's gonna make like $2 extra. All right, 0, tab, 13, boom, enter on that, baby. Give me the rates. Give me the rates. What do you got? $5.89. Ooh. All right, we're gonna buy the label on that sucker and be excited, honey. We're making money to pay the bills. All right, printing that out, and here I go again on my own. Printing out my thermal labels so these people can own new things. All right, this is going UPS in the bag, moving right along. All righty, and copying that, let's go over to Depop and put in that is shippy. And moving forward, the Golden Girls, I know, they're so wonderful. Did you see it's live earlier about the free UPS boxes and labels? Not sure that I did. I do get free UPS boxes and labels, because you can do that if you have a business account. So that's probably what they're talking about. So you can get, so UPS has boxes that you can use. This is a little tip, and they may or may not have this forever, but they have boxes you can actually get for free. And because they don't say UPS on them anywhere, you could technically, wink, wink, use them for other things as well. And the UPS labels is actually what we've got going on right here. And it's all free if you have an account over there. JT, not it's, don't know, but I don't know what you're saying. Tina, what is good? That is the name of my best friend, is Tina. Okay, the next thing we've got here is a jacket. This is a super cool Dickies. These are called Eisenhower jackets, is what they're called. Kind of hard to find. Now, this one had, I think this is the one. Is this the one that had the patches on it? Yeah. So this one had already had, people had put patches on them. So these are really, really big, like in the metal community, the skater community, punk community. And usually people will do what's called patching them up, meaning that they're putting patches on them, and they turn them kind of into like punk rock, rockabilly, indie kind of look. So those are all really good trigger words to do when selling these. I got this for $2 at a sale. You would think that these are just a workwear item, meaning that just like a mechanic or something would wear them, but they have a whole like underground aesthetic for people that are into that kind of music that wear these. And with going into this time of year, with it getting cooler out, I expected to sell this one pretty quickly, and we did. What else do we got here, guys? Tenacious T, what is up? Is Grail a good platform to sell on? I've never tried. Katie, not really. I mean, here's my take on Grailed. Grailed is great for like super specialty items. And what I mean by that is if you've got like, and you'll hear me talk about it, if you've got like, this is a cutie, like a rare Nike shirt or rare band t-shirts that are kind of expensive, that's a great place to sell that. Western shirts, but like super nice pearl snaps, really well cared for. People over on Grailed will just spend a little bit more than anywhere else. But because of that, I feel like they're a little bit more particular about what they get. The whole idea of the reason that Grailed came out with an app called Grailed is it really is supposed to be a place for like a little bit more like elite stuff. So if I have like a t-shirt that's worth over $50, I'm going to put it over there. If I've got Nikes, I'm going to put it over there. If I've got anything that's just going to be considered like worth a little bit more is going to go over there. Otherwise, I don't take the time to do that. So how do you know all of this as the vintage store? Just doing it enough. When I want to do something, I'm definitely like, I'm a watcher. So I watched a lot of hours on brands, aesthetics, anything I could get my hands on that I could find on IG or through UDTubies, any of that. I just watched a lot of stuff. And I've always been really into like the Y2K fashion. Like the look that's popular is totally my jam. So that's been kind of an easy transition for me. Now, if you're trying to ask me about like women's clothing brands and stuff like that, I'm not the person for you. So we all kind of have our specialty. When it comes to how do I know stuff about shipping or how do I know stuff about these little things, you just pick it up along the way, right? Especially if it's like your business, is it something you're interested in? I mean, this is my livelihood. I gave up an actual like regular, job career to do this. So I got no problem spending my day, with things going on in the background. I watched a ton of tech and sports. Just anything I could get my hands on. I watched a ton of Commonwealth in the beginning, a lot of Bearded Thrifter, a lot of J Ride. Those are just the people I knew about in the beginning, so I watched a lot of their stuff. They don't necessarily do clothing as much as, hard goods, but that's what I was selling in the beginning was hard goods. I wasn't doing clothing. So you just kind of learn over time, right? I mean, it's just like with anything. So I hope that answers your question. You'll learn it too. You'll get it. Speaking of that, did you hear Warped Tour is back next year? Jen, I did. Okay. I'm going to not get too excited about this. All right. Because if I do, I'm going to have anxiousness in my belly and be so excited about it. Guys, I went to every Warped Tour. I don't think you understand. I literally went from when Warped Tour started until Warped Tour ended. I went to all of the Warped Tours. I think I might have missed the last year because the bands were just so bad. So that being said, I'm in it if it happens. 2, I'm nervous with Live Nation doing it because the ticket prices are going to be bananas. We all know that's going to happen. And then 3, I just really want it to happen. So it's like, I don't want to put all my eggs in the basket and be like so excited. And then like something happens and it doesn't happen, because that's been famous in the Warped Tour community. I even have a camcorder, guys. I have a camcorder from my old camcorder of Blink-182 at the first Warped Tour that they ever played. They're on this little area of a stage. There's like, you know, a little tiny group of people. Like, that is how long I went to it. So that being said, I'm really, really excited, but I'm also like trying to keep cool just in case. Conehead story too. I owe you guys a Conehead story. When my son was little, he was not afraid of like really anything. Like, he's kind of like me. I mean, we're not really like, I don't know, like the spiders thing. Spiders kind of freak us both out. But like, he's just has never been like really scared of anything. And there's been 2 things I can remember in his life that ever freaked him out. One was in the movie Men in Black, when the guy comes out of that crater and she's like, Merv, or whatever his name is, your face is falling off. And he pulls it back and he's like, is that better? And it looks like all crazy and weird. Freaked him out. I don't even know how he saw it, probably at my mom's house or something. And he, you know, that was an issue for him for like a month. The next one was just a really random one, and it was the Coneheads. I don't even know how he saw them or where he saw them or how the movie even came into his space. But he came to me one day and he was like, Mom, I saw like the scariest thing I've ever seen. I don't ever want to see it again. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, what is it? He's like, it was these people with these really big heads and da-da-da. And he's telling me. And I'm thinking to myself, like the old Saturday Night Live skit. I was like, the Coneheads? And he's like, yeah, that's what they were. He was like, they're so freaky and they're horrible. And I don't like the way their heads look. And he's like going on and on about it. And I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, okay, babe, well, you know, you don't have to watch that. So no big deal. And I just moved on. I just thought this was a passing conversation, you know, no big deal. Oh, we kept this under 2 pounds. Perfect. And so we go to Video Update, which was our like kind of like Blockbuster kind of video store. And we pull up to the parking lot, and we used to rent movies together like every, I think it was Thursday nights or Tuesday nights, because that's when the new movies came out. So we'd have movie night at our house. We go to the video store, we go to rent, you know, the movie. And we pull up one day and we're sitting out in the car, and I get out of the car and he's still sitting in the car. He must have been like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 maybe. It's a good thing he's on there. He'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're telling this story. So he's sitting in the car. So I open up the car door and I'm like, you coming, Scoob? And he looks at me and he's like, I don't want to go in there. And I was like, what? And he's like, because they're in there. And I was like, who's in there? He goes, you know, the things with the big, I don't want to say anything because I don't want them to know that I'm talking about them. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, that movie, that thing I told you that I didn't like, that was super scary. And I'm like, the Coneheads? He's like, yes. He's like, I don't want to go in there because that's in there. And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, do you want me to just pick up the movie? He's like, no, I want to see the movies, but I don't want to go in there. And I was like, well, if I go into this is so silly. If I go into the video store and I turn that movie around so they can't see you, so you can't see it, are you cool with going? And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, you do that. So I go in the video store. I walk over to where these movies are, because the movie must have just came out. Maybe it was a year. I don't even know. Anyways, I just turned the front around and I go back in the car and he's like, did you really do it? He's like, do you promise me you did it? And I was like, I promise I did it. And he's like, okay. So for the next like 5 months, I am not kidding you. The next like 5 months we went to the movie store, I'd have to go in to the thing and turn that steak and movie around. Now we get a good laugh about it. Obviously, he's not scared of it. It was just like a little kid fear thing. And then later in life, he told me that he remembered why he was so scared of it. He had a dream that they had come in the middle of the night or something like that. And they had taken him and they were going to like do an experiment or something. I don't even remember what it was, but he told me later why I was so scared of it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, well, I wish you would have told me you were little, because I couldn't understand it. And kids sometimes have a hard time like articulating why they're afraid of something. They just know that they are. And so now, of course, it's just a silly family thing that we talk about. But yeah, that's always like, must consume mass quantities, which I think they're hilarious. I mean, it's one of the funniest skits ever. So I just think it's so funny. I know. Random story, but Southern brought that up. So I was like, did I tell you guys that story before? Oh, I'm so happy to see you, Tenacious T. I was going to list a J97 Carhartt, and I was shocked to see how much lower they sell for on Depop. Yeah, Carhartt's interesting. It depends on the year, but the thing with a Carhartt is, I think it's become such a sought after sourced item that there's just a lot of them for sale right now. A lot of the t-shirt bros really dove into the Carhartt situation. And so I think because of that, that's happened. Now, I want you to remember, though, that the prices you're seeing things sell for have sold over the last 90 days. So we're talking July, August, and September, probably even into June. So Carhartt isn't going to sell as much during those months of the year because it's hot out, right? As we move into the cooler temperature, that will start selling more. So don't discount your stuff down too much. You're better off just keeping it at a good price and then putting offers out on it. Maybe what I do with a lot of my stuff that's a little bit more expensive is I'll mark it up a little higher on Depop, and then I'll run like a 15% off sale or 20% off sale on that, so it looks discounted. That way the person still thinks they're getting a discount, but you're really selling it for what you want it to sell for. And don't be afraid to hang on to that for just a minute, because we are, like I said, going into the cooler months. And you guys, that goes for everything. Ski pants, snow boots, big warm coats, all that. I mean, I shipped out 2 coats today. I think those are the first 2 coats I've shipped out in probably a month or 2. So just kind of something to think about. I meant clothing style, says Vintage. Yeah, just a lot of watching, a lot of looking, a lot of reading. I started out by my time with learning clothing by going in and typing in, different aesthetics. And then I would go through Google Images. I'd look through that. I'd find all the different names for aesthetics. I would look up to see what those are. What's goblin core? What's cottage core? What's leg and look? What's coastal cowboy? What's all these different aesthetics? And then from there, I just started kind of learning. Most people, maybe you sit down to watch a TV show or something at night. I'm looking up aesthetics, and that's that's what I'm doing. So that's how you learn, is you just sit down and learn. I mean, I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's see. Is that everything over on Depop? Let's take a look here. Done. All right, perfect. Let's move over to Poshmark, because we actually sold quite a bit of stuff over there, this is so weird, you guys. I don't know what is going on. Maybe Poshmark heard me talking about how I don't sell anything on Poshmark, because now I think Poshmark was my biggest selling platform this week, which makes no sense at all for what I sell. I do not understand what is going on, but I'll take it. No complaints from this girl. I thought I was out of the loop because I never leave my house. Oh no, I'm not going anywhere, Vintage. I go to the post office. I go to UPS, Costco, or maybe once a month, and we go see music shows. That's it. That's where I go. I don't do theaters. I don't do crowds. I am not doing festivals unless it's like a music festival. I'm home. That's where I live. Me too. Well, me too. Well, 2001 until the end of 2000. I'm not sure what you mean on that, Jen. My cousin to this day is terrified of Pooh Bear. We all have our little things, right? I don't like, the feeling of cotton in my fingers makes me literally cringe even thinking about it. I'm not familiar with Jean's brand, Urban Star. Have you seen it? Yes, Marie. I don't think it's a banger, if I'm correct on that. However, it could be an aesthetic sell. So if they are selling what I think they look like, is it kind of like an MMA Ed Hardy style looking brand? If so, then that's going to be all about your keywords in your description. And it's not going to be about that. I don't think urban, if it's what I'm thinking it is, I could be mistaken on that. Maybe someone else in here knows though. I didn't get the notification to you're live. Oh no, Sassy, that's strange. That is weird. I wonder why I get the notification. Yeah, I don't know why. That's interesting. But I'm happy you're here. Okay, let's move on to our first thing on the old Poshies. So this is a cinch Western green black button down shirt. This brand has totally been a bolo for me that I didn't know about until like a month ago. It's a Western wear brand, but it also reaches into their pants when they get worn have like a grunge aesthetic. So you really can move into that grunge look with them. It also has a tiny bit of a streetwear look to it. And then it also has a little bit of a preppy look. So I was able to put a lot of keywords in this thing in order to get this sold. If you guys want, I will read a few of them out to you. And I think today I might sit down and let's see. I think today I may sit down and work on those keywords too. I've been promising to do that for so long. Let's see if I can get let me pull that up really quick here. It'll pull up on Vendu much better. If you guys don't mind taking a second here so I can read these out to you. Let's take a look. All right, so here are some of the keywords, AKA words at the bottom of my description that helped to sell this. All right, ready? Western style, Western fashion, streetwear, Wild West, cowboy core, preppy, cowboy, country, country boy, rodeo, workwear, ranch, farm, Santa Fe. So all of those things in there are going to be what helped to sell that item. And I've sold a couple cinch shirts actually recently, kind of doing that same one, which has been great. Okay, we are going to print this out, and yay, we've success. I got my Tyvek envelopes in the mail, which I'm very excited about because we were having to use the paper ones, and that was just taking way too long. All right, downloading the label here and getting this print out. This is going to Sarah in Pennsylvania is where this is going today. So we're just going to pop this right in there. We're going to go ahead and put a cute little adorable sticker in there. I am going to peel. We are going to take it. We're going to go over. I have seen a couple questions on other lives, people asking if you can make the priority mailers smaller, and the answer is yes, you can. I would just encourage you on these Tyvexes to tape down the sides on these because these are famous for opening up and you losing items. So all I do is I put my item in, I tape the edge, and then what I have been doing is taking the sticker and putting it over that edge there so that it just goes on and seals the rest of that up. So, and then on these, you do want to make sure, you know, give it a couple extra pushes so it doesn't peel off, because these can peel off kind of easily. Well, that's our first post office item for the day, I think. That's wild. Okay, let's see here. We're going to mark that as shipped and go back to our next thing. All right, next item is a Levi's 511 Slims. That is probably these. What are those? Which ones are these? Let's look at the SKU. Oh, are these a bigger size? What are these? These are $7.98. Yep, these are these ones. Okay, so these are a 511 Slim Straight. These are a 2016. So not the most popular Levi's right now, because everyone's kind of looking for the flared or boot, but these are in great condition. They are still a super dark wash, rich color. I mean, these suckers, I don't know that these were ever actually even worn. Maybe once, because you can tell the label's been washed. So how do you date Levi's? If you're newer to here or you haven't seen me do this before, I'm going to show you really quick. So if you go to the little silky tab, now this is for the newer kinds. The older Levi's, it's a little bit different. But on the newer ones, you're going to go back to this back tab and you're going to look for the letters CW. After CW, there's going to be 4 digits. And on this one, the 4 digits is 1416, which means that these were made the 14th week of 2016. Why is that important? Because you should be putting your dates in your listings. Now, I do mine in my title. I also do mine in my specifics. And then I also do mine in my descriptions. Why do I do that? Because the SEOs, which is the search engine optimizations, look for things in 3 places. This goes for eBay. This also goes for other platforms. They look for certain things in the title. They look for certain things in the specifics, and then they also look for stuff in the descriptions. If you've got that date in there 3 times and someone types in 2016 dark pants or 2000s dark pants, Levi's 2016 pants, that 16 will trigger. And I know it seems weird that someone's going to search for it that way, but there are certain people that like certain pants from certain eras. My son actually just messaged me the other day, and he said, hey, if you come across any of the Dickies workwear shorts that are from this year to this year, and they're in this size, please let me know, because the new ones are made differently and there's too much lycra in them. I don't like them. So if you come across any at the garage sale, make sure you hold them out. If my own son is messaging me that, you know that there's so many people out there looking for stuff in a certain era. It also will help when they read it to be like, even if they weren't searching 2016, they may read it and be like, 2016 Levi's 511. Oh my gosh, you know what? I had a pair of those back in like 2014 or 15. I really liked them. Okay, I'm going to get these. It's just an extra exposure, and it will really help you to sell them. Now, you don't have to do that. This is just a suggestion. I know I'm going against the grain, and a lot of people don't do that, and I'm okay with that, because you know what? I'm not a lot of people. And it's something that has really worked for me, and I think it sets my listings apart. So don't everybody take it and use it. Just kidding. You can use it. But it really does just help, I think, for people to identify what your stuff is from. These are going to Stephanie, which is my favorite name in the world, because that was my mama's name, in Mississippi. Mississippi. Okay, we're going to print this sucker out, and we're going to get her in a Timex. We need to get a sticker. And, oh, this is so cute. Look at that. So adorable. Southern, that reminds me of something that you would have like on your little area where your inventory is. I can totally see you with like a little cute mason jar with a bunch of like wildflowers or something. If Southern's still in here, then that one's for you, girlfriend. Let's see. Yeah, so that's how I find the date, Jana. What Levi's would you say are popular right now besides vintage? Anything with a flare cut or a boot cut is going to be really big. Those are kind of going to be your biggest sellers right now. Anything that's super loose and super baggy, because that oversized 90 aesthetic is so hot right now. So that is definitely going to be kind of like your jam and your jelly. Whereas like more like the skinny jeans and stuff, those aren't really huge right now. Now, if they're still big in the indie community, they're still big in the emo community, there's still definitely a place for them. You're probably just not going to get as much for them. Like these ones here don't have like a huge flare or anything. These are $20 jeans. If I had these in a flare or boot cut, I probably could have gotten like 26 for them, just because that little bit of an aesthetic difference. Let's see. Do you wash the clothing? Vintage, what a great question. So I do what I have made up. It's called the SNS test, and it stands for the see and sniff test. So what I do when I get an item is I look at it, and if it visibly looks dirty, it's getting washed. And then I smell it, and if it smells funky or musty or dusty or anything like that, then I wash it. If not, then I don't. And here's my take on that. If I washed every piece of clothing I bring in this house, my electric bill would be $1 billion, because drying jeans alone would just like eat up all of the profits. So I do, like I said, SNS, I look at it, give a little sniff, and we see if it passes. If it fails both, it's definitely getting washed, or one or the other for sure. Yes, ma'am. Currently destroying the office looking for these tiny snap-on keys. Southern, you're always looking for something. Football helmets, keys. Last time I think you found the helmet. Everybody send out good vibes to Southern. Find the keys. Find the keys. All right, we're setting out the goodies. So what is streetwear? Can you explain? So streetwear is going to be more like of a hip hop kind of style, more just like loose, baggy. Think like hip hop, think rap, think streetwear, men's streetwear, street style. That kind of all plays into that look. And with aesthetics too, you guys, you can just Google it. Like, what is a streetwear aesthetic? And you can look at photos and kind of always get a little bit of an idea too. I found that doggone helmet too. Ooh, she found it. She found it. She is looking hard for that helmet. She's like, I know it's here. Oh man, there's nothing worse than misplacing inventory. I've done it 850 gadzillion times. Not as bad since we've gotten our inventory system down. Like I feel like we've got a really nice slick line situation happening, but definitely for a while there, it was tough. Okay, next thing we've got here is an Under Armour polo shirt. I got this for free. I got boxes of this guy's clothes for free. He was a much smaller size now than he used to be. So he gave me so many clothes, and we have already made probably $400 or $500 on those boxes. So this is just a little Under Armour. It's nothing crazy fancy, but these always sell for me. Like they're just, for some reason, they always sell. Now, as we go into the winter months, they probably won't sell quite as much, but some of the keywords on this is going to be like golfer, preppy, breathable, lightweight. I believe this is a heat gear one. It's going to be preppy style. And then also don't snooze on putting cruise, vacation, tropical, and any of that in there, because there's people that leave. You got snowbirds, right? There's people that leave where they live. Let's say they live up in Washington and they come down to Arizona for the winter. So don't snooze on snowbirds. That's another great keyword to put in there, because the dude that's going to get this during the winter is going to be the guy that's probably living in a southern state and just needs like a nice shirt to go out golfing or something lightweight. Because guys, I'm in Texas. It's 91 degrees out today. So it's not going to get cold here for a long time. We are still in the midst of summer. So this sold for $17 over on Poshmark. Our earnings are $13.60, which is 100% pure profit, because we do not, I didn't pay for any of it, right? It was all for free. So heat gear or Climacool sell for me, especially in big sizes. Gem, absolutely, dude. If you guys see like OmniWick, heat gear, Climacool, Thermofit, any of that kind of stuff, that will help to sell. Make sure you put those in your listings, because those are very special kind of materials that people look for people to get like a little on the sweatier side. So yeah, for sure. 100% Gem. Thank you for sharing. When life gives you lemons, how cute is that? Oh my goodness. I mean, does everyone love the stickers I send? Probably not. But you know what? Opinions are like armpits. Everyone has them and they generally stink. So I like them. I like myself. My wife likes me. And that's all that matters. What movie is that from? What movie is it from? What is it? What movie? Pop quiz, guys. Pop quiz. Who knows what it is? Coley, 80s. Yeah. Throw them at people. LOL. Yeah, right. Does anybody know what movie it is? I'm trying to give other hints. So let me get this straight. You're selling shower curtains, or you're selling shower rings to people, and people are buying them because you're saying they belong to celebrities? Dear, come on, guys. What movie is it? I need you to tell me what it is. I'm going to go bananas if you don't. Come on. What movie? I'll give you a hint. It's got Steve Martin. It's got John Candy. There's an incident with a deer. You're going the wrong way. You're going to kill somebody. Come on, guys. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Good gravy. If you don't know what that is, Jennifer, thank you. Gem, your job is to watch that movie if you haven't watched it. It is the greatest. No, Opal, you're close though. It's the best like Thanksgiving movie out there, besides like my favorite Thanksgiving movie of all time, besides Charlie Brown, is Home for the Holidays. That movie with Robert Downey Jr. is perfection. Love that movie. First movie I think I ever PIRATED'd to be able to watch, but I've bought it since then. But I definitely love that one. Haven't seen that in like 20 years. We watch it every year at our house. Every year. I never leave my house and I never watch movies, apparently. Vintage is like, what am I doing with my life? I'm just a sucker for old movies. I will watch old movies all the time, because a lot of the newer movies, I don't like them. I don't know. I'm like a purist. I'm a movie snob or something. I don't know what the situation is. But a lot of newer stuff, I just don't like it. It's just not made like they used to be. I don't know how to describe it. You know what it is, you guys? You know what it is, you guys? It's like tags on a shirt. Like the old vintage ones, they're like beefy, right? We talk about that. It's got the sound, it's got the feeling, it's got the aesthetic. And then the newer stuff, all like the fast fashiony, roll them in, roll them out. It's just also watered down. And so I think that's why I like older movies is they just have like this meat to them. Like they're so good. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going into my like middle of my life era and I like the older ones or something, but they just have the potatoes. How much for the pumpkin? $374,000, Bearded. Sound good? You can get them from the Smile Store. Follow the old link dinketer in the old bio-y-y-y. It's cute, huh? It's very cute. It's very cute. Okay, what else do we have? Where does this stuff belong to? We've got more stuff here. All right, Messby. Do we have Mercari? Did we ship all of our Posh? No, we did not. Not even close. Okay. Holy smokes. How was Poshmark so hopping? I don't understand. Like literally it never happens. Nothing is made like it used to be. Quality over quantity. I know, absolutely. The vintage, I can't sit still. You and me both. I watch movies while I'm doing stuff. There is no sitting down. Running joke in my house, if you want Charity to fall asleep for the night, just put a movie on and sit her down on the couch. It's over. I got Steve Martin's autograph while they were filming that in my town. Coley, you have to show that. You have to do like a little video or something on it. I want to see it. That's so cool. He's like one of my all-time favorites. I just love him so much. He's so good. Nothing is made. We talked about that. Any good pallet liquidation stores? I haven't done any of that yet. I am not a good person to ask about that. If anyone else in here has ever done that, please chime in. I have not. Bearded, it's a steal of a deal. One for my good friend Bearded, $1 million is what it is. Hey, Dragon, what's going on? Okay, next thing we sold is we just talked about this. This is so funny. So I got this at a garage sale weekend before last for like 50 cents. This is not something I normally pick up, but for 50 cents, I was like, I know it'll sell. It's a little long sleeve mossy oak, camo brand long sleeve t-shirt. A lot of people will get these to put under clothes, any of these like lighter weight ones. So don't snooze on putting like, wear under your shirt or whatever, however you want to word it in your descriptions. I usually just put like undershirt, long sleeve undershirt in my description because people will get it, be like, oh yeah, I can put that under my such and such to wear it. And then they still feel like they're wearing mossy oak, and maybe they put a t-shirt over it or whatever. I was thinking this was going to sell like over on Depop, because a lot of times what'll happen over there is someone will get like an inexpensive shirt, like this was an $11 shirt. So they'll get kind of an inexpensive shirt for $11 over there, and then they'll get something that's more expensive so they can get free shipping. I'll get an more inexpensive item sold. They get a little free shipping. I pad my pricing a little bit. They went a little, I went a little, capiche, caposh. We're all happy. But it wound up selling over on Poshmark, which I was surprised about. I was like, like I said, guys, Poshmark is just surprising me every time I go on here. I just have never sold much of anything on Poshmark, and it has been crazy. Like Justin even commented, he's like, I've been seeing so many Poshmark deposits going in. I was like, I know, it's really weird. So this is going to Edward in North Carolina. Take your mossy oak, twist around your head like a helicopter. You know it had to happen. Ooh, thanks for the hearts, you guys. We got over 10,000 today, baby. And we ain't done yet. We ain't done. We're shipping. What are we doing? Shipping. When do we do it? Now. All right, we're going to tape down those edges. Bearded, I'm going to tape down just the corners for you. Bearded likes putting tape across the whole thing, and I'm like, no, I'm going to tape just the corners. And then we'll put the label in the center. He's going to be like, no, symmetry. Got to put the tape across the whole thing. I can already hear it. Oh my God. I was stopped at the light with the window down and the other car looked at me confused because I'm listening on blast. Oh my gosh, Aaron. Yeah, it sold for $10. So we made $8 in profit. Actually $7.50 in profit because it cost us 50 cents. So layering, Aaron, on the nose. Also, if you guys don't know, Lagen Look, Lagen, is also what layering is for women, baggy clothes for women. So that's a good one to put in there for sure. I don't love Posh, but I may need to rethink. I know, Aaron, it's so weird. Like I said, I have not been a Poshmark person, and it's just like literally been crazy busy over there. My fingers are sore, says Sarah. Oh, thank you. Number 2 gifter badge, baby. You're on social media and you're complaining about Poshmark. They definitely heard. I think so. They're like, oh man, we want to bump that girl's thing up. We gotta sell her Mossy Oak shirt real quick because she's talking smack about it. Wouldn't that be funny? I think I have zero power to do that, but that is funny to think about. Okay, let's see. We're gonna mark that as shipped, and we're gonna put that in our free bag I got at a garage sale. Everything in my life is something I got at a garage sale. Got at a garage sale. Oh no, I did get these. I think Justin got these for me at Target for $4 on a clearance rack. Otherwise, it's all garage sale. Everything I wear is garage sale. Okay, what else do we got here? We have a really cool pair of overalls. So I don't want to take these out of here because they are going to take forever to get back in there. But I am going to show you. Oh, I think we might have sold something on Depop and eBay too. Whew, okay. No complaints, no complaints. So I'm going to show you guys what these look like here. Let me get my eyeballs on. And let's see, Liberty. So I sold these here. I got these for, I think I got these for $1, which is just absolutely crazy. So it's a little pair of 90s Liberty overalls. These are 100% sell-through rate. They will never sit in your store unless, caveat, you don't put enough keywords because there's other people selling these. So on mine, oh my goodness, guys, should we even see what the keywords on this? I bet you I went bananas on this. Yep. What we got? Liberty, 90s, vintage, VTG, farm, farmer, moonshiner, retro, workwear, skater, baggy, loose, dadcore, dad of kid, grandpa, granddad, outdoor. So those are all the things we put on these suckers. They sold in 4 days for $30 on Poshmark. What's really funny is there was a bunch on for sale in this same exact size on Poshmark, on Depop, on all of it. And I actually asked like $3 more than anybody else because a lot of people were selling them for like, you know, 26, 27. There's a couple for like $60. I'm like, okay, excuse me. I believe you need to learn how to comp your items, dear. However, I took that. I took the 27. I put mine at 30. No discount, no shipping discount, no sale, no nothing. And so our total take home is 24 for these. And what's great about it is if they cost me $1. So that's $23 in profit. I didn't have to wash them, I had to clean them, I had to do nothing to those. Little cute rainbow and move and right along. Mary, thank you so much. You are so kind and helpful. Thank you for the compliment. That makes me feel really good. Link in my bio. Yes, Thrifty also, guys, link if you're just joining. There's a link in Thrifty's bio to help with the Helene victims. Anything helps, seriously. I was watching some of those videos, like I said earlier today, and I could not even fathom the situation. Can you please share a smidge of your energy with the rest of us? Yes, it's right in this cup right here. It's called coffee, and you just put it in your mouth. You drink it, and then you have 4 more of them. Here's the deal though, Sarah, if I give you my energy, you also have to deal with the little spicy, insane things that sings you Mario songs at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're trying to sleep. I woke up this morning at 1:50 thinking I had slept the whole night and I couldn't get I couldn't get it out of my head. So I laid there in bed for an hour and a half while that just continued going and going and going. Until another melatonin kicked in and I could actually sleep. So along with the energy, you know, it's the good and the bad. You get a little bit of that with that as well, right? Oh my goodness. Hey VR, what's going on? Sweetbriar says I already have that. Yeah, I just get a LO true story. I know, and I do. The other night, I was on TT at like, I don't know, maybe like 12:30 or 1 in the morning, which you guys know I'm never on that late because I'm usually in bed. And I got up, I couldn't sleep, so I went on and I had somebody be like, "Oh my gosh, you're on kind of late," and I was like, "I am on kind of late." He was like, "You're never on this late," and I was like, "Well, I can't sleep, so I'm doing the TT for a little bit." Coffee does nothing for me but relax me. Whoa, Sarah, what in the world? My husband can drink a cup of coffee and go to bed too. So that's interesting. What kind of supercharged coffee is it? Strong Costco coffee from the old Costco. Okay. Printing the label. We're printing the label. Please print me the label now. Ooh, I need to watch a musical. I haven't watched a musical in a minute. I feel like I need to watch a musical. What should I watch? What musical should I watch? This is going to Sherry in New Hampshire. Ooh, what, honey? Oh, the new Joker. Oh my gosh, is it out for us to watch on the TV? Oh, I'm not going to the theater. You know me. No theaters for me. Theaters and we're not in love with each other. Unless it's a drive-in. I will go to a drive-in theater. Oh, I want to see that so bad. It's got Gaga. I love her so much. She's so amazing. Okay. Mark as shipped for that. Pop quiz hot shot. Honey, pop quiz hot shot. What is my favorite musical of all time? He's not going to know it. What? If you get this, I will give you 11 husband stars. That is it. I've never told you that. How did you know that? Honey. I mean, it is very like Tim Burton. It's got Helen Bonham Carter and it's got Johnny Depp in it. Sweeney Todd's my favorite. That's my favorite. That's my babies. All right. Posh. We're still going, guys. We are still, I can't believe we're still on Poshmark. This is insane. Honey, we had so many Poshmarks today. So many. Okay. What else do we got? Is that everything? Where are these? These must be a Mercari. Okay. I think that's everything on Posh. Let's go over to the old Mercari. And I got a couple, I think I got a message and something else on Depop and eBay. I just want to make sure I didn't sell anything else here before we ship. Oh, we got to respond to offer. Okay. So I've got a punk rock vest. You guys probably remember when I got this. It is absolutely sick fire. It's by a company called XXX Rude. It is a Hot Topic brand from a while ago. They don't make these anymore. And it is just absolutely sick and insane good condition. So I'm asking $71.25. They want to offer me $30, so that's not going to happen. But you miss opportunity if you don't take it, right? So you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and it's hard to hear an opportunity knocking if you're too busy knocking the opportunity. So I am going to review the offer, and here's what I'm going to do. They want to give me $30. Well, I'm not going to do that, but I will counter them at $60. And then here's what I will write. I will write, meet me. And that'll say, if you're willing to meet me a little closer to the asking, since it's already on sale this week, that I'm in. Sound fair? Question mark. Now, is he going to respond to that and decline it? Probably. But you know what? I've sold a couple things that way. I have 100% sold stuff by someone sending me a totally ludicrous price and then me sending that back and it's actually sold. So, I mean, why not just do that? Hey, babe, can you make sure we've got an item here? I got another offer on something. It is, let's see, SKU number 603. Can you still make sure we have that? 603. And while he does that, I will go over here and get this shipped on Mercari. Theater's overpriced. I agree. Nora says cats. I've never seen that one. Cats here. Woo! Same. It relaxes me and pulls my head together. I hear ya. Do you do a hashtag with your keywords? No, just a keyword, comma, space. Rent. That's a great one too, though. That's a great one. Or do you just put a bunch of keywords at the bottom of the listing, Sassy? Yeah, in the description. 603. So got it. Okay. I'm gonna take a look at this offer. So let's see. I have these for sale for $24.70. They want to give the $20. Sounds good. We'll review the offer, we'll accept it, and then we'll see if they pay while we were on here. And if so, we can get that shipped out. And then I think we got another Depop offer too. Holy smokes, it's popping. First of the month, baby. First of the month. Let's go. Let's take a look. Hello. I find a lot of wrap skirts are still step into type skirts, which is a part that also wraps around. Is this one that completely open? That is a great question, smiley face. You can completely open this and lay it flat, exclamation point. Is that what you're looking for? Question mark. Always end everything with a question. Oh, I think we just sold something on Poshmark. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is insane. Holy smokes. Okay. Let's take a look here. Dang, things are popping, yo. Yep. Ooh, I hope I still have that. I'll have to look and see if I still have that. I'm going through like old plush inventory and seeing what I see on there and seeing if I still have that stuff. You need a how does that sound sticker. Coley, my sweet Coley. How does that sound? Sticker. Ask and ye shall receive. 100% I'm making that. That is a great idea. Yes. Sweet Briar, thank you for the rose. Thank you guys. Thanks for the gifts, you guys. It really does like add value to the stream for sure. I don't know if you guys know this too, and this goes for me or anybody. When you gift even those roses, which are like technically, I think it's like a penny or something, it sends a message to TT to resend that live out to get more viewers in. So when you guys do that, it really does help. It helps to bring other people in. If you notice, our numbers actually just went up 8. So you guys put all those roses in, we just got 8 more viewers. And that really does help. It's a search engine situation, and it works great. So it's part of the algae. What's with people not paying on eBay? It happens. They're changing that from what I understand. Surf's Up. By the way, Surf's Finds is great. If you guys follow him, he's amazing. But he was saying when he learned from the eBay Open is that when someone accepts an offer, it's going to be paying out immediately or something like that. Man, I'm always so bad about remembering these rules. Your Halloween, I know, they're so cute. You think they look good now? You should see them off stream or when it's a little bit darker in the room. They're so amazing. If you go to the little link dinketer on the BioWyoE, it'll take you over to the Smile store, and I have a little thing there that says like Halloween lights or holiday lights or something. They're in there. They're not super pricey. I wanted to get some of that out of the TT shop, but I just couldn't find any that I really liked good enough. So Flippin' Nurse sold 3 items that you've been live. Yeah, baby. It's in the notebook, Coley, so you know it's getting done. It's probably like the 4th of July. Yes, I have immediate payout happening now. Ooh, let's see if that happened then. Let's take a look. Did that immediately pay? No, it still says sold, waiting payment for me. So maybe they're working on it or it's not out yet. Hey, Vintage. Hey, Melissa. Okay, these are going out on, it looks like Mercari. Let's take a look here. And these are, is it on Mercari? Yes. Okay. So these are a pair of little 511 tactical pants. These are great pants to sell. Now, if you can find 511s, this is what it looks like. 5.11, 5.11. If you can find these in men's sizes, they sell for even more. These women's sizes don't sell for a ton. These were a size 4, which is also very small. And they're some of them. I had a couple pairs. Some of them had like a couple of specs and stuff on them. So these aren't worth a ton. Now that being said, I got them for $1, so it's fine. Sold for $10.19 over on Mercari, which means no fees. So we made $9 on that. Oh, yep, they paid for that. Okay. Hey, baby, can you grab me something that just sold? Let's take a look here. SKU 603. 603. Yes, that's the one that I just said. Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot to put a sticker in, you guys. What am I doing? Get with it. How cute is that? That reminds me of Surf's Up right there. That Surf's Up, there's a sticker for you. You're not actually receiving it, but I'm just pretending you're getting it and saying that. Immediate pay. I got to run. Oh, Vintage, I'm so happy. Thanks for joining in, guys. We're wrapping up here too pretty soon. Not on Posh. Don't ship. They have 3 hours to cancel. Yes, and that is true with Posh. I always wait on Posh. I don't even think you can mark it shipped. I think that it won't even let you. If you go in to like print the label thing and mark it shipped, I don't even think it'll let you. I ran into that when I first started selling on Posh, and I was like, why won't it let me do that? And then I realized why. Hey, Wendy's. Okay, we are going to ship this item here. And on Mercari, they are just going to provide me with a label. So that's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy here. And I know I always kind of round up on my weights on Mercari so I can make sure the person paid enough for shipping, because they don't mess around with the shipping over there. So we're going to take a look here. We're going to get this printed out. This is going to Tennessee. Tennessee for the Gorp Core, baby. Tennessee for the Gorp Core. All right. And you're a UPS. All right. And then let's see, what else do we got here? Is that everything? We just got those pants. So we're going to go back over to eBay. And of course, we'll wait on our Posh item there, it looks like, and get these shipped out here. So these are so funny, guys. I believe in the universe. I believe in energies. I believe in that we are all connected. Whatever you believe in, we all believe in something. I just believe that we are all like connected to each other. I just really believe that as humans. And we were literally just talking about Carhartt, and I literally just sold a pair of Carhartt pants. So these are a really unique pair. We're a good size. They're an easy fit. And these have buttons on them so that you can put suspenders on them. Now, if these were the pair that didn't have the buttons, I probably, in this condition, probably could have gotten like $15 for it, but I was able to get over 20 because they have those buttons on them. I got them for $1 at a rummage sale. And so anything on that was just absolute pure profit on those. Okay, let's get a little sticker here. Let's find one. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, that one's good. I like that one. Good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes. We're running products for HEB today. Oh, like what do you mean? What do you mean you're doing that for HEB? New to your page content. Any thoughts on using cell raise? Simon, I don't know what that is. Hey, Rebecca. Nice to see you. Jem, thank you so much for coming in here too. I think I've seen you a couple times in here. Popping in, popping out. That's what I'm usually doing. All right, so you got these in here, and we're going to fold that up. And then let's take a look here at our weight. So these are over a pound, so we're definitely going to take these and put them right over in to the old pirate ship. This is going to John in Virginia. And he's probably wearing them to actually work in versus wearing them as like an ironic, I'm wearing Carhartts kind of situation. So let's go over here and ship that. And we'll go ahead and paste that there. Make sure our address all looks good. Looks good. Length on those is going to be 11 by 7. And our weight is 1.8. And let's see what we see. Rebecca Haggett, 490. Hi. Hey, Mary B. And thanks for the follow, Simon. I appreciate that. Okay, so these are going to be $9.15 to ship. And let's see what I charge. Those are definitely, yeah, that's a heftier price. Going to Virginia, that's interesting. I don't ship a lot of stuff there. So I'm surprised at the $9 on that. I would think more like $8.70, but you never know. Okay, so we're going to print this out, and these are going to go straight up post office. Ground Advantage was the least expensive on those. So those are going back in here. And then let's take a look and see what he paid for shipping, because I may have only charged $8.90 for those. Let's see. We could have potentially, yeah, they were $8.50. So I lost like a little over $1 on those. That's so interesting. Although that those were so much heavier than I expected them to be. So probably because the extra buttons and stuff. That's okay. You know what? We still wound up clearing at least $18.50 in profit on those. So that is no problem on that one. Gosh, good thing I didn't ship it straight out of eBay. $13.67 for that. What in the world? Yikes. Like, I'm telling you, man, it's so weird sometimes. Some addresses, every once in a while, I'll get an address that for some reason it's just really expensive to ship it there. Like, let's say I ship to a different part of Virginia, it's $8. I'll go to ship it to someone else, it's like $11 or something. I'm not saying Virginia specific, I'm just saying state specific. Sometimes it'll be like that. It's really interesting. California that happens with, but California is a really long state, so I can kind of see why it's like that. It's very strange. This guy's gonna be like, dang, that was fast shipping. All right, so let's take a look. We're not going to ship anything else out on Poshmark. Let's look over on Depop one more time here and see if anything else sold over there, because I know we sent out a couple offers. Doesn't look like anyone has made the commitment over there. Mercari was just a one. Nothing on Grailed. Good on eBay. All right, you guys, I think that is going to be it for us. Let's see. What did we do today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 items. Not bad for it's like the last 36 hours, I think, something right in there. Oh, what is that? What was that? That was cool. A singing microphone. Gracious, I've never seen that one. That was awesome. I love when I get to see those new ones. I'm like, whoa, what is that? And before I go to one last reminder, I know we've already talked about it, but I think it's important. Head over to Thrifty Ducky's Jen's wall. She's got a link. If you guys can give 50 cents, $1, whatever it is, or more to help with the Helene people, like, y'all know that when people go through national disasters, they don't get the relief they need to immediately. People need gas money, food money. Floors have been ruined. Cars are destroyed. Like, it's a situation. Like, I just feel so bad for everyone that's dealing with that right now. So thanks, you guys, for joining in. I will potentially be back on later today. I'm not sure. I have a lot of stuff to photograph, but I really want to try to get and hammer some stuff in today. And I have a lot of listings. I'm still trying to get through all those old listings on Vendu. My old terrible titles and descriptions. I really want to get done with those so I can just be done with them. So we will see if I'm back on. If not, then I'll definitely see you guys back here tomorrow for more photographing, more picture taking, and it'll be one step closer to garage sale day. All right. Thanks, you guys, for the love. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks, 11,000 hearts. Thank you for adding value. Guys, really, honestly, thank you for adding value to the stream. I appreciate it. I'm having fun coming on here. I really like spending time with you guys. And I hope that you are getting a little bit of value out of it as well. All right. Thanks again. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Coley. Bye, you guys. And thanks to our subscribers too, you guys. I really do appreciate you. And I will work on that. How does that sound sticker? All right. Take care, everybody. Peace. All right. And if you joined us over on YouTube, let me see if I've got any questions here that need to be asked. No, it looks like we're good. So whether you watch us live or you're watching this on the replay, thank you so much for joining in and hanging out. I do appreciate you as well. If you like weird shenanigans and things of that nature, feel free to give me a subscribe. If you like things that are boring and really typical and usual, I'm definitely not your person. You want to watch just like some ASMR waterfall or something that's in the same location for hours to bring a little peace, or you watch that amazing guy that plays piano over on TikTok. That guy is awesome. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.